Hi everybody, Intuitive Edge here. Welcome to my channel. This is where we take an intuitive look at what's going on in our world. So I want to take a look at something that's been brought to my attention. Are the COVID tests infected? So somebody had posted this as an anonymous on the Q message board, and I want to show it to you. It's a little hard to read, so I'm going to have to read it out loud in case it's kind of small. I tried to get it big, but I couldn't get that uploaded to where it was legible, where you could actually see it. So I'll show it to you and I'll read it to you. He or she says, I have to get this off my chest. I am a healthcare worker with some oversight of 2 nursing homes in Maryland. An associate of one of the nursing homes called me one day to let me know that she was contacted by Governor Larry Hogan's COVID task force team and that mandatory testing for all patients and staff was required and wanted to set up a time to come test everyone. My associate told the gentleman on the phone that we had no positive cases and it wasn't necessary to come test. The man on the phone snickered and said, "You don't have it yet, but you will." She set up the time for testing, much to her dismay. She immediately called to relay this info about her conversation. Because I was already seeing a pattern of the spread of COVID based on testing, I told her not to let them in the facility, but we were powerless as they sent the National Guard. We did the testing and had multiple positives of patients and staff right off the bat, despite having 0 positive cases or sick patients prior. Within days, patients were getting severely sick and dying. Practically wiped out one whole unit in our facility. The almost identical situation happened at my other facility. 0 cases, then mandatory testing, then unexpected positives, and then people dying. She goes on to say, she or he, and on XinQ, I am fairly confident at this point that the tests are infecting people. So I'd like to check with the cards on this, if there's any truth to this allegation, and see if we can paint a picture of what's really going on with this. So I'm going to shuffle up the cards, and we'll be right back. Buckle up. Okay, so the first question is the person who wrote this telling the truth? Now I get the reverse devil card on this. Reverse devil. Now, the devil is a card of bondage, and being on the reversal is like you're getting yourself out from that. And when I think of someone coming forward to be kind of like a whistleblower of sorts, it's like you're taking yourself out from the rules created by others. The devil card too, when it's upright, is about bondage, of course, and dishonesty. And I think the reversal can mean someone stepping out of that in order to be authentic. I do think this is someone telling the truth with that reversal of the devil card. The next question is, are COVID tests being deliberately contaminated? Now this is interesting, got another major arcana, the strength card. Now, interesting with this is when I do my tarot, I of course look at the meaning of the card, but then I like to be drawn into the card to see if there's something in the artwork that sparks my interest, that like draws me in, and it's like talking to me, so to speak. When I looked at this card, as you see, this person is holding this lion's head. And when I saw that picture, just the image of this person holding the lion's head, like opening its mouth, and to me it's like you're deliberately putting something in, this is just the imagery of opening the mouth and doing something with the mouth, like bringing the lion under submission, okay? Now, this is not, the meaning of the strength card is a very nice card, okay? But when I'm drawn into this artwork, it's like telling me a picture of this benevolent being that, you know, in the form of, you know, we're here to help you. We're here to do these tests. But it's like taming the lion. You're like taking something and you're deliberately putting with the mouth, okay? It's the artwork that's drawing me in and telling me that story. So the next question is, what is the agenda behind doing this, behind deliberately infecting people in nursing homes? Why would that be being done? Interesting card again on this. I've got a reversed 8 of Wands. Now the 8 of Wands is about things happening quickly, moving quickly. And as I see this reversal on this 8, it's like this is what they're wanting to have happen. It's not happening yet, but that's like the goal or the ambition is to get this out there, to move it out there, and to have an impact in that way. What is the agenda behind this? We've got this Queen reverse, Queen of Pentacles. Now upright, she's about care, concern for others. And as a reversal, it brings up all the negative qualities about care and concern. It's being absorbed in your own interests and not caring or being concerned about the welfare of others and your role in helping others. It's distorted, and this is not a good picture to have that reverse Queen on that. Next question is, anything being done currently to stop this? And I've got a reversed 8 of Swords. Now the 8 of Swords is about, again, another bondage card, another card of being in like a mental prison. This is about getting free from the mental bondage, free. I almost get a sense of like they're like setting people free, like getting people out of that prison, that confined space of the nursing homes. It's like it's I just get the sense of like being in a prison, literally. And it's like you got to take the blinders off of what's really happening too. I pulled a clarifying card also as President Trump been made aware of this. And I've got this offering card. This is a messenger telling, I think that he has been made aware of this. What do we need to know about this? I've got this reversed 9 of Swords. This is a tough card. This is a card of anxiety, fear, frustration. And what do we need to know? And this is about a reversal in that picture. This can be a relief or release from frustration and anxiety over this. And the final outcome kind of has me, I've got a reverse Queen of Swords. Now, I would have loved to have seen her upright as an outcome because that would have given me a real feeling that something is changing or being done, because this is the card of being able to see through the BS that's around you and to see the clear picture. And so this still feels like there's some obfuscation around this issue. This is, I think, a serious issue that really needs to be addressed. And it just feels like with that reversed 8, trying to come, it needs to come out. It needs to break out of this confinement. It needs to come out. And this reversed Queen that is this pretend we're nurturing and caring for others, but we have our own self-interest. This has got to come out. And it feels stifled. It feels like it's not coming out the way it needs to. This is not being addressed appropriately. I'm glad President Trump is aware of this, but again, that stalled feeling, I don't know if that was like the message getting to him was stalled, or there was some slow kind of letting him know. It feels like the people around him were slow in getting that information to him. Like it didn't make its way in a really timely way, or something about the timing of it wasn't right or good. And then we've got this reversal on the Hermit underneath it all. And this is like, again, this is a card of introspection, going within, soul searching, doing the right thing. And again, we're not doing that. This is a kind of a tough reading. I think I'm going to shuffle up the cards and do a 10-card Celtic Cross that'll give me kind of a roadmap for the flow of this, because these questions individually are just, I'm feeling like the energy is stuck in each question and I need to get a flow going. So I'm going to shuffle up. I'll be right back. Okay, so 10-card Celtic Cross coming up. What is the issue about these COVID tests being infected with the virus? I kid you not. This card came up again, the reverse devil. It's crossed by the Hierophant. Oh, got the Empress up top. So 3 major arcana right out the bat here. All right, I've got the Lovers on the forward position. I'm just going to pull these out here, and then we'll take a look at this flow. And, wow, another major arcana. Got a Messenger and that 2. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. Okay, right off the bat with that reverse devil, that trying to come out of bondage, and it's being crossed by the Hierophant, which is a competing energy of groupthink and trying to put things in nice little boxes and back into conformity. So we've got this competing energy of wanting to come out, crossed by this energy of wanting to bring things back into control and authority. Crowning this, we have the reversed Empress. The Empress is the card of nurture and care and concern for others. And this reversal, to me, on the crowning aspect would be this emphasis on not caring, not being concerned. So in the position of what led up to this, we've got this reversed 4 of Swords. I'll show it to you reversed. And then here it is upright. But I almost get the sense this almost looks like a funeral to me, doesn't it, you? I mean, just this image of this almost looks like this casket. It's just the image I get with it. And I get this sense of being targeted. And it's like this arrow up here, it's like pointing out, like get them out. It's just targeted for death. That's what it feels like. Now, in the past, we have a reverse Queen of Wands. Again, Queens reversed bring out the negative qualities of healthy creative energy in the case of the Queen of Wands. And that's at least fading into the background. On the foreground, we've got this partnership card, which has me a little concerned because it's got the Hierophant pointing right into it. And that's that card of bringing things into conformity. And we've got this revert. Oh, that's why it's reversed. No wonder. Okay. All right. So this Lovers card, it came in reversed. That brings a negative aspect to some type of partnership. There's something coming that is negative with this. And it has to do with groupthink and bringing in the strong, we're going to make you conform because you have to do this. And it is completely overshadowing this desire to come out, to blow the lid off this, to come out and to blow the whistle. It's like we're forcing this conformity. It's pushing down on this desire to come up and blow the lid off. And it's being compacted because of this reversed Lover's card, which is the partnership card. There's multiple agencies being brought together in this conglomerate of conformity, in the name of conformity. And it's like, I get almost the picture of a steamroller that is just going to run over and not allow any of the uprising that wants to naturally come up with this. It's wanting to push over everything and run it over roughshod. There are partnerships being made through this group conformity. I'm just going to say that again. And that is on the future position, that strategic partnerships are being made to squelch anything that would come up that would try to back this up a little bit. It's being forced with a steamroller. Okay. We have the Fool on... Gosh, darn it. Okay. As you can see in this card, about to walk off a cliff, the Fool. They're oblivious to what's going on. And it's perilous. It's like you're about ready to walk off a cliff. There's a battle on the environment. And it's facing right back into that partnering. Oh my gosh, the energy on this. Oh. I think the wheels of justice are turning way too slow on this one. In the Hope Sphere's concerns, we've got this Knight of Pentacles. It's a messenger. I believe the message is about things kind of slowing down and grinding to a halt, that actually need to... This is like you're getting bogged down instead of being able to move out and move the energy through. It's getting stuck. It's getting bogged down. Outcome card is the Two of Pentacles, which is indecision and worry, concern. I'm concerned about the energy of these 4 major arcana right in the center of this spread, with that reverse devil being crushed by the Hierophant and being in cahoots with a strategic partner to try to tramp down rights. The Wheel of Fortune is underneath this, karma, fate, destiny. So something about this is fated or destined. Okay, so I'm wondering if there's anything that can be done. I'll go ahead and take a snapshot of this spread so you can see it. Okay, so because I don't like to leave things on a negative note, I try to bring something good out of this, because that was kind of intense there for a minute. I switched decks, and the question now is, what needs to be done to help this situation? We have the card of manifestation. This is the card of the Magician. This is bringing everything from the powers that surround. It's the card of the Alchemist. It's transforming change out of something negative or bad, turning it, using all of your powers that you have to change things back into good. This is going to take a concerted effort. This is what this is telling me. It's going to take determination and effort, and using all things at one's disposal So I think that those elements perhaps that are working with this situation are going to have to pull out all the stops and to really be aggressive and channel their energy toward bringing everything to the table and not allowing that steamroller feeling to just bully, okay? They're going to have to put a stop to it. So pray for those who are in a position to have influence over this situation, who know what's going on, that they would be unleashed to use all of their creative energy and all of their creative potential to pull out all the stops. Okay, this has to be done. They have to be aggressive with this. Otherwise, the other side is just going to steamroll it over, and it's going to become even more locked and entrenched what they're doing. So this has to be, they have to think outside the box. This is a card of creativity. You're pulling out the stops. You're doing everything in your power to manifest something good in this situation. So that's what needs to happen, okay? What is being done now? Now, this is a good card to have. We have the Justice card and the keyword of balance. So I think there is some good taking place now with it. There are people, obviously, who know what's going on. And the key is to bring a measure of justice into that. And I think that can be done. And if that's being done now, that's good. This is weighing the scales of justice. She's got the scales in one hand. And she's put the sword of truth, I call it, down. So there is some good being done. So I don't want to leave people thinking, oh my gosh. So there is some measure of good things with those two major arcana coming out. What can be done? So we looked at what needs to be done, what is being done, and what can be done to combat this injustice. And we've got this Six of Wands. It's a measure of success. This is a card of recognition too. So I think bringing awareness to this is going to help immensely. Talking about it, talking about this potential. No, it's something that it's a hard truth. People don't want to think that something like this could be going on. But that's the truth, is to talk about it. Wow, looks like this might be happening. Bring it up. Bring it out there. Talk about it. Okay, and the outcome. We have a messenger. We have a Page of Pentacles. Messenger of opportunity. So that's a nice card to have. Messengers tell us that there's more that's coming on this. There's more that will be revealed. We don't have all the pieces now, but things are going to start to come out. Okay, so I think we may start to see some movement on this, something more coming out on this, which is good to have on the outcome. And underneath we have the card of ambition, the King of Swords. It's going to take some ambition. It's going to take some determination, as I said earlier with that Magician card, on the part of those who are working on this. Some decisive action is going to have to take place. And the King of Swords is the card of decisive action. So we'll see what happens. But look, this is actually making me feel a little better that there is some movement on this. So those are the energies at play. Pretty intense with this reading. And so we'll see what happens. But keep that in your prayers, in your intention, in your focus, that those who are in a position to have influence in a positive way will be able to do what they need to do. And it's going to take some creative thinking. But I think it can be done. Okay, all right. Thanks everybody for watching. If you'd like to leave a like, we'll catch you next time. This has been Intuitive Edge. Bye for now.